I'm beginning to think Steel City created this war deliberately. I mean, how else can you explain it? The war between absolute troll exploiter cheaters versus skilled fighters. I'm sitting here wondering, how can this release be taken seriously? We're watching trolls, absolute button mashers, win fights. And then if they don't win the fight, they're able to disconnect the app and not have a loss. So you just sat there and wasted your time online fighting for literally just to show a troll you can be beaten. And then when you beat him, it doesn't reflect on your record. So what good was it? I think until December, we need to create our own real boxing league. And everybody that's in this real boxing league needs to have a symbol or words in the back of our names. And we only fight each other. And let's make really good content. Now, here's the downfall of that. We can only do it on unranked. Because as soon as you see a person that doesn't have the real boxing symbol, we don't fight them. Just disconnect immediately. Stop recording, disconnect. Don't fight these trolls. Let's just fight each other. Clean boxer league. And let's combat Steel City's war that they tried to pit again. They tried to pit us against each other, in my opinion. Why would you release such a flawed? This is beyond flawed. You're watching this guy depend on ghost punches to win the fight. You know how you know? He's throwing punches at places I'm nowhere near where he just threw that punch. And he knows there's a chance. There's a ghost punch that's going to award him damage. And they can actually win fights like this. And Steel City press forward. Did you not test the game? This is so unbelievable, dog. It's such a waste of time. I'm so happy I didn't spend $59. Like, I had early access, and I got it. I think it was $14 at the time. That's what this game is worth. That's what the game they released just last week or 2 weeks ago, October 10th, whatever. That game is worth $14. The game we're playing right now, $14 is all I would ever play for something like this. This is called Battle Bot Boxers. This is not a simulation boxing game. How dare them put boxing anywhere in the title? This is battle bots. I mean, power punches and I understand boxers throw punches harder than other punches, but maybe we should use the directional stick for harder punches and just use the button for regular punches and just eliminate power punches altogether. Nobody has a power punch. It's just punches that are thrown harder. You know what I mean? It's not a jab. It's so unbelievable. But as you see, this guy is just depending on the back. He's depending on the back foot spam is what I call it, where everything they do is going backwards. And it's either going to get hit while you're retreating, you're going to get hit by a ghost punch, or they're going to be in the back spam you. Just look at this shit. And I didn't understand what I was, for a while, I just, sometimes I get locked into the battle that I just don't see what's happening, and that's what happened in this fight. Because I could have beat this guy. I would have made him come forward. Because if you look at the end of this fight, I stopped coming forward, and he absolutely had no answers. But by that time, he's gotten all this ghost punch damage, everything. It was just utterly ridiculous. But Steel City, this release was atrocious. I'm just here to tell you that the online experience, for the people who had early access, offline is not an option. It's completely boring. It's not immersive. It's so bring back the time. Bring back hitting the punching bags. What happened to stuff like that? All right, like Steel City, I understand this is a new project for y'all, but this should not have been released without an immediate update ready to go after it, or y'all just didn't test the game. Period. Point blank. That's all I gotta say about this portion of the video.
This fight is all about distance for this man, and you can see he's using that length advantage.
You've got to make your opponent fight your kind of fight. They've got to get into your kind of argument, your kind of dance.
Right hook catching air. These punches coming from every angle. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
This is all about ego. And safety is out of the window. Tactics are out of the window. They don't need gloves. They need beer glasses. The way they're fighting, this is ridiculous.
Just when you think they're going to have a lull in the action, we get it heated back up. Beautiful counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive. The courage on display here is incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry? They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Missing with the hook. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch out, but thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Missing with the hook. That took this. Lucky that hook didn't. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they...
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They've got all the momentum on their side in that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die.
Crawford in trouble.
Does he know?
And down goes Crawford.
The referee's standing, watching him close. Come on, make it. You can do it.
This fighter continues to show how much heart he's got, but the corners may have to intervene here.
Todd, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back into it.
It's that forever hope. Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
You'd like to see more jabs. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. You've got to wonder how. And there's the bell to start the round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
The straight right just misses. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Missing with the hook. Well done with that counter shot. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Nope, that hook won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Good counter punch. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Now, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punched him, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
He fails to score with that left hook. I wouldn't be surprised if they stop this fight considering the swelling and the bruising. So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. I promise you, all three. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Do you believe what we are seeing? What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point. So the fight will continue, but what does the game plan have to look like now?
He's got to waste time. Step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to power you. Walk around the ring. You've just got to make the most of it. Because if you let him jump back on you again, he's going to get momentum and pull you down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the end.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. The three judges agree, and we...